So how does your life change when you become rich, or when people perceive that you're rich? There's some good and some bad, and we're going to talk about it. So this is my experience with making some money and how life has changed for me, for good and for bad.
What's up, guys? This is 𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗦, and you have reached the Roughnecks Ecom channel. If you want to learn how to make money online or offline, then you need to be right here. I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller. I'm also an honorably discharged Air Force veteran. Graduated from Penn State and started a career as a software engineer and leveraged that to build my businesses. If you guys have any questions on how to make money, you're going to find all your answers right here, so stay tuned.
What's up, Roughnecks? Welcome back to the channel. Good to see everybody. Glad you came back. And if you're new here, good to have you here too. So let's talk about how life changes, when you start making some money, when you get rich, okay? Or when people perceive you to be rich or whatever, when they think that you got some bread, okay? Let's talk about it. And obviously this is gonna be from my perspective and my friends' perspectives, people that I know personally that have gone from, being broke to having a good bit of money, a decent income of sorts. So now we're probably gonna talk about the bad first, because if we just talk about all the good, you're gonna switch off the video and you're like, screw it, man. I wanna listen to all the good stuff and then I wanna hear all the bad stuff. So the bad stuff, you're gonna lose a lot of friends, okay? And some of it will be through jealousy. Some of it will be through misunderstanding, miscommunication, or lack thereof. Usually, as you are making more money, you're spending more time working either at your career or business or whatever it is that is making you that money. And you spend less time with people that you have things in common with before you started making money. And it's not a bad thing, but it is something that happens, and you'll get a little bit more hate from it because people don't understand. If your friends are spending 5 hours out of their day playing Madden, when they leave work or if they don't have jobs or whatever, and you're spending that 5 hours working on a business, a side hustle, or investing or whatever, it's conflicting, and as you start moving up, you will undoubtedly meet people in better situations, like better economic situations. So you'll start making new friends. I've made a ton of new friends. I've made friends with celebrities. If you guys follow me on social media, shameless plug below, and like this video, you'll see, I've made friends with, Lynn, like my good Hollywood director buddy. He's a good mentor of mine. Adam Weitzman, he owns Weitzman Scrapping up in Syracuse. He's a huge, super big influence on a lot of things business. My boy Tyrant, the UFC GOAT himself. Ross, Ross Butler, you guys will know him from 13 Reasons Why and from Shazam, a few other movies. I've met tons of people, and now I'm friends with like a different echelon. I still have my old friends. I still hang out and I do hood rat stuff, but a good chunk of my the people I've met over this journey are either in the e-com space, like Tommy and Matt and Mitch and Jason and Mo and Noah, Tom, people like that, or celebrities or whatever, other social media influencers. And it's changed, we talk about different things, we do different things together. We can take trips that my old friends just can't take. Not that they can't take, they can't afford at that level, like if we went to the Maldives, they can't afford to go to the Maldives. It's a very expensive trip. So people just start to fall off and they start hating you for different things. And that can lead to a little bit of loneliness. There was points during my journey where I felt alone because I couldn't really relate to my old friends and I hadn't made my new friends yet. So I was just kind of at this middle ground where I was making money, but not enough to be noticed by the people up here. So you're kind of like just floating around. And it was kind of lonely. You kind of alienate yourself because you're spending a lot of time working, and it is tough. Also another thing, as far as dating, another negative, it changes a lot of things. When I drive supercars, okay? I enjoy supercars. I've always enjoyed really fast cars, really nice cars, and that's what I have. But when you're trying to date, it's very, very difficult to pull up to a first date in a Lamborghini and think that the date's gonna be normal. right? You know, if the individual, whether it be male or female or non-binary, gender neutral, whatever, if this person liked you for you beforehand, they may really like you after that. And you know, a lot of people say, oh, it's not about the things and stuff like that, and it shouldn't be, but it sets a precedent. You know, where it's like, hey, this person I'm talking to drives a Lamborghini. You know, they are a multi-millionaire. They own successful businesses. They are, you know, a big social media influencer, things like that. It does tend to change things a little bit. You know, it does make things a little bit more difficult, a little bit more tricky, because you have to be mindful. You know, you have to watch for people's intentions. You know, there's also a really negative impact when it comes to how that person feels. And I didn't understand this when I was dating, you know, or actively trying to date. What happens is the individual loses a sense of purpose in a relationship, because if you're driving Lamborghinis or you're making $1 million every year, and this person is making $60,000, $70,000 a year, there's really nothing that they can add to your life financially. There's nothing that they can do for you that you couldn't do for yourself 1,000,000 times over. And sometimes it gives them a sense of loss, of hopelessness, because they're like, this person can go do whatever they want. They can buy whatever they want. You know, what do you get a man that can buy everything, that has everything? You don't know, right? It's very very difficult for certain people to kind of grasp that. You know, especially if you're a male in a high value position with women. You know, it is tough. You know, because sometimes they feel that you're talking down to them, or they feel that, you know, maybe you don't value them as much because, you know, of the people you associate yourself with, or the crowd that you carry, you know, the money that you make. You know, a lot of things start creeping into mind, where it's like, you know, this person could care less about me because they're living, you know, a lifestyle that I can't possibly conceive. So, you know, it does put a strain on things. You know, another bad thing, you become more stressed, you know, in your day-to-day routines, because now you're becoming more busy. You know, as before, you were going to your job every day, maybe you're going to class, whatever. You know, you're going to your 9 to 5 and you didn't really have much to worry about. You do your job, come home, live your life, you know, crack open a brew, sit back and chill, you know, walk around and shove you know, feathers up your butt and cluck like a chicken because you had all the time to do so. When you're, you know, at that echelon where you're making a good bit of money, you know, you start overseeing things. When you become rich, you begin to really understand your time, you know, and what it's worth. And you stop wasting your time. Now you're busier than ever, and you're stressed about making sure that the money continues to come in, making sure that you take care of your tribe, you know, the people that have supported you, the people that love you, friends, family, things like that. You know, like for me, I you know, take care of a lot of people. You know, whether that be my employees, my family, you know, my children, people in my ecosystem. You know, whether that's very close friends who need something, you know, like my cousin needed something from me at one point. I got you. You know, my aunt's obviously on a fixed income. You know, my cousin has severe PTSD. He has a lot of things that happened while he was in the Navy, and luckily I'm one of, you know, the few that came out perfectly fine. You know, for my time in the military. But you know, my aunt is his caretaker, and you know, she has things that she has to pay for. So I try to make sure that she's taken care of. You know, my parents, you know, they couldn't get their kitchen done, so you know, I took care of their kitchen. And you know, they got brand new kitchen, man, most baller kitchen and deck on the planet now, because you know, I try to take care of my tribe. You know, my friends, oh yo, my car is broke, but like, bro, like I need a little help, got you. You know, my employees, you know, bonuses and making sure they get paid very well. You know, the girls that I manage on OnlyFans, oh, you know, you have an iPhone 6, like we need to get you an updated phone. You know, we got to pay for your flights. You know, you don't have money for makeup or whatever. Like, you know, there's things that come along with it that become more stressful, and you're constantly like overseeing things, and it does weigh on you. You know, heavy is the head that wears a crown, because it's made out of lead essentially. You know, and it is tiresome. You know, but there's also a lot of good, and you got to like this video if you want to find out about the good. Right? So there's a lot of good that comes along with making money. Right? taking care of your tribe is one of them. Like, yeah, it's stressful, but now you have the means to take care of people. You know, you have the means to take care of, you know, your children. Like, my children will never know what it's like to be poor. Like, I grew up without, let's put it that way. My kids will never know that. You know, my children's mothers will never know what it's like to have a baby dad that won't do for their, you know, for their child. You know, my parents, everyone in my ecosystem, you know, everyone that depends on me, you know, knows that they will be taken care of to a certain extent, that things are going to be okay, that they can breathe a sigh of relief. You know, people that I meet out and about, you know, they know that if we come in contact and there's, you know, an issue that I can help solve, I got you. You know, it's, you know, they don't have to worry about those types of things. You know, you can help a lot more people. You know, when you get rich, you can help people. You know, you can give back. You know, I do a lot of giveaways. If you guys follow me on social media and stuff, I do a lot of giveaways. You know, I'm always, you know, shooting free content and doing webinars and all this stuff to help people, you know. Also, your life becomes less stress in some areas. Like, yeah, the financial stress is always going to be there. But now, you know, you can eat better food. You can get better health care. You can you can go to better gyms. You know, you can take vacations. You can spend more time doing the things to lower your stress and have experiences. And I mean, if you're like me, drive supercars, because that's dope, right? You have all these things that come with it, a lot of benefits. You know, there's obviously negatives, but you do get a lot of benefits. You know, I made a lot of cool friends, you know, and people that I normally would never have access to, now they're like some of my best friends. You know, and we have a ball together. Like, it was Tyron's birthday today. You guys will probably see this video in a couple of days. But, you know, it was Tyron's birthday today. I got to FaceTime Tyron and tell him, yo, happy birthday. And, you know, he's in the studio cooking up something new. You know, my friend Bo, you know, you guys might know him as Casper. He was J-Lo's dancer, and they dated for a number of years. You know, it was his birthday yesterday. You know, and I got to talk to him, and, you know, my friend Lynn and Adam and everyone. And, you know, it's just a cool thing. You know, making money gave me access to people I normally wouldn't have access to. And now, I mean, I look at them as normal people, but, you know, I got to meet some really cool people who do totally different things than I do. And it helped, you know, it helped my confidence and helped me feel better about what I was doing. I didn't feel so alienated, and I didn't feel like, oh, I'm not doing the right thing. Because if I wasn't doing the right thing, I would have never got the chance to meet these people. You know, my businesses have grown exponentially as I made more money, because I can dump more money into my businesses, which means I can help more people. You know, now we have something coming for the R8. If you guys follow me on social media, shameless plug, we got you know, I picked up an R8, got rid of the GTR, and that's going to get some cool stuff. But we have a business deal worked out on that end with Speed Circuit and, you know, the shop. You guys are going to be seeing that video go down probably in like a month or so. I'm going to be starting another channel, more for vlogs and just my daily activities and stuff. Not necessarily super educational content like this, but, you know, you guys will get to see that. And, you know, there's all types of positives that come with making money, you know. And I mean, you get access to higher quality dating material, so to speak. You know, if you are working at McDonald's, you know, and doing hood rat stuff with your friends, playing Madden all the time, smoking a bunch of weed, you're not gonna get higher caliber dating partners, right? But when you're making money, you get higher caliber dating partners. And granted, things are more stressful and you have to watch out, but, you know, in the rare occasion that, you know, you do meet someone that you really click with, and things are not necessarily all about finances, you know, they're just higher end, you know, dating prospects, you know, where if you do decide to take that leap of faith with an individual and have something long-term and committed, guess what? You know, there's a better opportunity for success, because, you know, the person is kind of at the same level as you. They understand the struggles. They understand what you have to go through on a regular basis. They're also trying to progress in ways that, you know, maybe some of the people you had to leave behind aren't. You know, I mean, that's worth its weight in gold at that point. You know, there are a lot of benefits, man. There's a lot of perks, you know, and getting to help people. That's the one that I think I like the most. You know, that's the one that I think I really enjoy, because now I can, do things that I normally wouldn't do, for people. Like I can host masterminds. Like I probably won't be hosting too many more free ones because like, yeah, nah. But the ones that I do host, like the high end ones, we'll be able to do some real cool things, man. Because I have more money to do some cool things. We can take yachts out, and I'll probably ship my cars down to Miami, and they could drive my cars around and stuff. We just have a good time. There's things that are super beneficial. And you guys will understand as you start making more money. It's not all bad. Like the bad stuff can be bad at times, but the good stuff is really good. And I want you guys to understand both sides, because most people just talk about making money, man. Like you see the rappers out there, the ball players, the celebrities, and they're throwing around money and they're like, yeah, we live in all this, but I can promise you, they go through a lot of the same problems that we do, just on a different level. My friends who are doing very, very well for themselves, they still have the same struggles, and sometimes they have more struggles than the average person. Money doesn't fix everything. Money doesn't fix everything. Things do change, for the better or for worse. So keep that in mind, guys. Don't just look at it as like, oh, we're living the best life ever, making all this money. Like there's a lot of stress that goes behind it, and there's things that you will have to sacrifice to make it happen. But whatever. So that being said, man, be safe, be smart. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.